For the Centralia Tigers, they have QB Karen Erickson, 5'10", 155, as well as their other QB, Alec Hicks Avron at the backup, 6'1", 175. Right now, the coin flip is in progress to see who shall be kicking and who shall be receiving. They're going over the rules of sportsmanship and decency between the captains. And here they go. They're to choose the side of the coin. All right. Oh, thank you. And it... And currently, from up here, it is unable to be determined which side won the coin toss. And as the captains shake hands, they will be returning back to their teams. Centralia won the toss, which means Columbia River shall be receiving first, meaning they kick off in the second half, which is usually considered an advantage in football.
Dude, you should yell at me.
As the referees discuss in the middle of the field, the game should be kicking off in exactly 1 minute and 5 seconds. And there's the Columbia River team. They are out on the field. They're lining up for kickoff reception.
Thank you, Hayden.
Just 25 more seconds until the ball is kicked off. Centralia has their kicking team lined up and ready to go. The ball is when placed on the ground. Ladies and gentlemen, here's where the fun begins. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. The clock has counted down. 12 minutes is now on the clock. Here we go. Sean Rain is deep, along with Max. Sean Rain. Here we go, and it goes into the end zone, which is a touchback, meaning the Columbia River Cheetahs will be starting on the 25-yard line.
After their own 20-yard line to start the game.
20-yard line, excuse me. First and 10. Columbia Chieftains discuss game as they're on the field. And here they head out. First play of the game, ladies and gentlemen.
Kicker was Kobe Soboleski Reynolds.
And at QB, we have Mason Pretty. Looks like he's going to hand off a scramble going around. He dodges the linebackers. Oh, and get tackled by the outside linebacker. Beautiful run by Pretty. That's a first down at the 35, call it 34-yard line. Beautiful run around the left tackle there. He managed to work his way up, down through the middle, and get around the outside linebackers. Very impressive run by the QB, and here they go lining up for their second play of the game. He gives it over to Isaac. Isaac is pushed back, and he loses a few yards. About loss of maybe 5, 6 yards there. The defensive line shut down the play before it managed to get anywhere.
Centralia. Loss of 2 in the play brings up 2nd and 12 for River.
Play is, thank you. Play is 2nd and 12. With Columbia River, 2nd and 12.
River.
Number 54, Justice Kiyukendall subs in for the offensive line.
On the field, recovered by Pretty.
And Pretty loses the fumble while handing off to Isaac Bibb, the running back. I mean, it's a loss of yardage around 3rd and, call it 3rd and 15. A tough position for the Columbia River offense. We'll see if they're able to bring it back and get it up to a first down. They've got two wide receivers to the left and one to the right. There he goes. He steps back in shotgun formation, and he's scrambling. He managed to get past the defensive line, but only for a few. Oh, and he's still going, and he's hit from the side. On the 32-yard line, only manages to get a few yards before taken down. Call it 4th and 12, 4th and 13 now. The punting team comes onto the field as they give away their first possession of the game. And it's deep snapped to the punter, who with a solid punt gets it over the 50-yard line into the 40, make that 39-yard line. Solid punt for the Columbia River team from none other than Atticus Kurtz.
At the long 39-yard line.
And here comes the Columbia River defense stepping onto the field. Some players to look for here. Cody Hardy at defensive end is obviously a very strong choice. As well as Aiden Flores over there, number 17 at cornerback, along with Sean Rain as safety. Number 10 also cornerback, Jacob Ayers. And that's Isaac Bibb O'Neill coming off the field, along with Vinny Orizotto.
Holding against Centralia.
Here's the
That'll be a 10-yard penalty.
10-yard penalty on Centralia.
Centralia at their own 29-yard line. With 10:03 to play in the first period for Chief Stadium.
They are on their 20-yard line, with the crowd chanting, "You can't do that." 29-yard line, excuse me. And here they go. They line up. And that is a neutral zone infraction. That is a neutral zone infraction on Columbia River's defensive line.
Against the defense.
That is a 5-yard penalty. That is first down and 5. They only need to reach the 39-yard line at this point. And here goes the defense lining up again. Number 87 on the left end, Braden Osterwald as the defensive end. And then they go. They run it down the middle. And it's taken down. Beautiful play by the Columbia River defense on the, I believe that's the 34-yard line. Great play by the Columbia River defense. Shut down the run immediately, crashing the insides. I believe the tackle was on 87, Braden Osterweiler. At 6'3", 220 pounds. They also have Atticus Kurtz, number 5, as the outside linebacker. Here comes the linebackers moving up on the play. They have a linebacker blitz. The run is to the right. The runner's going, and he makes it past the 50-yard line. 51-yard line for Centralia. Beautiful play by
Tigers at the Chieftains 49-yard
beautiful
line.
play by running back Noah Olive. He's a junior for Centralia, 6 foot, 175 pounds. He managed to go right around the defense as the defense were crashing inside, escaped around the left, getting for a solid, 20-yard run. Beautiful job. Here comes the offense lining up again. Looks to be a run formation with the defense, and yes it is. They go around the left side. He's running, and number 25, Braden Hoyt, keeps himself up and running with another solid gain. Looks to be about 11 yards on that play. That was a beautiful run by Braden Hoyt. There they are, they're strategizing. So far, the run game has been going very well for Centralia tonight as the Columbia River defense has only been able to stop 1 of 3 running plays. Again, they're running one wide receiver on the right side. Looks to be a very strong run play. And yes, it's a fake. To the right, goes to the left, and only managed to get about a few, 2 or 3 yards. That's going to be 2nd and 7. Oh, it was a great tackle for number 54, Dylan Dean. There you go. Again, they run it up the middle. And Eddie Hochhalter is managing to grab that run and halt it in its tracks, minimizing the amount of damage, and it makes it about 3rd and 5, 3rd and 4. 3rd and 5 it is. Columbia, as a refs switch out the balls, the Columbia River defense lines up to hopefully stop them before they're able to make it across to get the first down. And here they go. They're lining up. As you can hear, the crowd is hoping to get a turnover here. They're lining up. Seems almost in a run formation. And yep, they run it out to the left to number 10, Chase Leski Reynolds, and he is stopped in his tracks. The Columbia River defense managing to force a turnover on the 32-yard line. And it appears that they shall, 4th and 3, they shall most likely, 4th and 4, most likely go for a punt. Although,
32-yard line. Let's go, fans.
from the appearance, it looks like they're going to go for it. They're going to go for the first down. Here they go. They go for the pass. And the run defense. Beautiful sack by Brockhalter. Number 87 for the Columbia River Chiefs. Braden Osterweil with a great sack. Managed to break through the offensive line through the left side and run straight into the QB and bring him to the ground. A beautiful defensive play by Columbia River and by Braden Osterweil himself. And here comes the Columbia River offense now on the 40-yard line. QB number 8, Mason Purdy, is out there with 2 wide receivers on the right, 1 wide receiver on the left. Isaac in the backfield. It looks like it's going to be a throw. Mason Purdy over to number 2, tight end. Number 2, Avano Arena with a beautiful catch for almost 20-25 yards. This is a beautiful play. And it advances the Columbia River Chieftains exactly 20 yards. 15 yards. That was a beautiful job. Great pass by 20 yards, my bad. It's a beautiful pass by Mason Purdy. And here they go. It's 2 wide receivers on the right, 1 on the left again. Mason Purdy with the height the ball. He passes it off to Isaac Bibb, who does not manage to get anywhere with that. A loss of 3 yards. They're now 2nd and 13. Defense managing to clamp that up with number 57, Paris Chavez, managing to help shut down the defense along with 22, Caleb Simpson. Here they go, they line up again, 2 on the right, 1 on the left. Mason Purdy looks to the sideline. He moves forward. Isaac Bibb in the backfield. They've got six on the line. Here he goes. He moves back, and he hikes it. He steps back for the throw. He can't find anything, but he launches it deep to number 10 with a beautiful catch. Jacob Ayers with a beautiful catch for the touchdown. Mason Pretty with an amazing 32-yard throw. That was a beautiful play by the Columbia River Chiefs. With Mason Pretty to again Jacob Ayers, number 10. Who's an 11th grader this year. And they line up to go for the extra point, deciding not to kick it.
We gotta go. Is that what he was doing? He's controlling the ship. I thought he was just controlling the live.
It looks like the Columbia River offense is running a trick play. Oh, nope, and they are going for the kick. Number 13, Cade Lujan, goes for the kick. And that is a good, beautiful kick for Lujan. Okay, Lujan, number 13, gets the extra point. 7-0 to the Columbia River Chieftains. It was a solid start for the Columbia River Chieftains after turning over the ball in the first possession, managing to force a sack on Osterweil. Osterweil forcing the sack and getting the ball on the 50-yard line for two solid throws by Mason Pretty. The first obviously targeting Adam Uerena and the second targeting Jacob Ayers. And out comes the Columbia River kickoff team. And here they go. They're stepping out for the kick. Number 13, Caleb Lujan, is back out again for the kickoff. Columbia River definitely hoping to stop a touchdown here. Although stopping all points, including a field goal, would definitely be preferable. However, with that score, they're able to give up a field goal and hopes to get the ball back. Here they go, the kickoff. It is a short kick over, and ooh, that's out. All right. That's a flag, obviously. That means they're going to be going up to the 35-yard line. First and 10. Columbia River's going out there, and again, the player to look for after his last beautiful sack on Centralia QB, Cameron Erickson, is number 87, Brock Osterweil. And here comes the defense. Looks to be a run play, yep. And they hand it off around the outside to number 10. That is Chase Soboleski Reynolds with a beautiful run, bringing the ball all the way up to the, with a 12-yard run, all the way up to the 47-yard line. Cameron Erickson with a great throw, with a great handoff. Here comes the offense again, lining up in what looks like to be another run formation, seeing as this run game has been very successful in the game tonight. The linebackers are creeping forward, expecting to run, and yep, they hand it off to number 25, who runs down the inside, gets grabbed, and there's a beautiful, beautiful sack by Dylan Kyer. Number 25, Braden Hoyt, tried to go up the left side off of the left tackle's right shoulder, but was unable to get much with Dylan Kyer to stop him, bringing him to the ground. It seems they only managed to get a yard on that play. 2nd and 9. Here comes the offense. Erickson's lining up. Seems to be another run play. Oh. There they go. They call it, yep. And there goes off to 25 again. Braden Hoyt with a solid 5-yard game, up to about 3 and 3, third and 3, third and 4. A solid run up the middle.
Tackle along with Kier.
Again, Dylan Kyer with the tackle. And Brooks Schultz out there as well, helping him maintain his order on the defensive line. They need a stop here to stop the first down. They'll line up in a pass formation. But Eric hands it off to 21, who runs it up the middle and gets a solid 7-8 yard run.
Gain of 8 on the play and another Tiger first down.
That is Santos Lafferty with a solid 7 to 8 yard run there, putting them on the 39 yard line. We're definitely bringing it close, although Columbia River is definitely hoping for a stop here, if not a field goal. Field goal, if not a stop. We'll see how this goes, though. Here comes the offense again lining up in a run formation. Erickson is up there. He's got Lafferty and number 9, Ephraim Helseth, who managed to run it up and get a solid 8 yard run there, making it 2nd and 2.
Gain of 9. Taken down by Flores.
He was taken down by number 17, Aiden Flores, but only after a very solid 8 yard gain. The run game has been very effective for Centralia tonight, managing to march most of their way up the field with every single run. Only once did they go for the pass, and that was in which Osterweiler managed to get his very beautiful sack onto Erickson. They again line up in run formation. Yep, and they hand it off to number 25, Braden Hoyt, who gets 2-3 yards. But will it be enough for a first down? And it appears not. He is about 1-2 yards off. That makes it 3rd and 2. There they go. They go for a throw. They go for a pass play. Throwing it to target number 10, who manages, oh no, and he just drops the throw. Erickson was targeting number 10, Chaso Boleski Reynolds, but is unable to get to the ball in time, barely rolling off the right hand. Again, we are going to see if they manage to go for if they decide to go for the punt, or if they are going to try and get this on the 4th and 2. It is a risky play, seeing as how River has managed to shut down all of their pass attempts. We shall see if they're able to. We'll see if they're able to stop the run game for a measly 2 yards. However, their run game has been very strong. Number 10 lines up on the wide receiver. They rush forward, and that's Cameron Erickson. That is Darren Waller with the solid 3 yard run to get the first down. And the Rivers defense is hoping to get a major stop here, force a turnover, as this Centralia run game seems nigh unstoppable. After that first turnover, they seem to come out with a renewed vigor, managing to march their way all the way from the 35 yard line. Ooh, and that's going to cost them.
Encroachment will be the charge against Columbia River, be a 5 yard penalty. It brings up 1st and 5.
That's number 53 for Columbia River. Nicholas Hutchinson. That's going to cost them a 5 yard penalty for neutral zone infraction or encroaching. Again, the offense runs out 1st and 5. They've got one wide receiver on the left, one wide receiver on the right. The right being Derek Bercito. There they go. They pass it off for the run game for number 2, Blaine Wass, who gets a solid 2, maybe 1 yards. However, it was immediately shut down. Solid defense by Columbia River. Seems they kept him to about 3-4 yards. making it 3rd and 4, 3rd and 5, 3rd and 4. I take that back. That'd be a run of only 2 yards. Apparently, I am still unable to count after many years of school. All right, Columbia River defense. Ooh, and that's going to hurt them. There's a face mask penalty against Columbia River, making it 1st down for the Centralia Tigers. That's going to be painful. That now puts them just one more set of downs closer to the end zone, to which Columbia River is really hoping to create a stop, especially as the Tigers shall be getting the ball back as receiving in the second half. They line up again for their run with Berst at the outside wide receiver. They run the ball right up the middle. And number 25, Braden Hoyt, manages to get 5 yards, making it 2nd and 5.
Gain of 5 in the play brings up 2nd and 5. Ball on the 12-yard line.
Ball on the 12-yard line. The Columbia River defense is definitely starting to sweat it out here. They are really hoping to create a stop, and if not, it'll tie up the score. Albeit it is only the first quarter. I mean, they will definitely have more opportunities. The refs have called for a helmet check, making sure they're all strapped in properly. And again, the Centralia lines up for a run play with Bairstow out on the right wide receiver. Erickson lines up. He fakes it and gives it to 21 for the touchdown, Santos Lafferty. Thank you. For a great touchdown by the Centralia Tigers. The run game working every single time. Working every single time. Columbia River defense giving up 6 points after one turnover last time. And now the Bears line up for what appears to be a kick. Yes, it is. They're going for the extra point. Number 10, Chase Soboleski Reynolds lining up for the kick. We'll see if he manages to get the field goal to tie up the game. 7-6 at the moment. However, that may all but change in the next few seconds. And
the extra point.
And he manages to get it. That's tying up the game, 7-7. And here come the teams out to Columbia River, ready to receive the kickoff by Centralia. On a very sad note, they do. Get out they come. And here's number 10, Sobel. And they're kicking it away. It is Max who receives it. He goes around, dodging 10. That makes it 20, 25, 26, and he keeps it just a yard ahead where he would have been if he went offered for a fair catch in the end zone.
Return at the 25-yard line. We have a flag in the field back at the 20.
Ooh.
Holding against Columbia River.
And that's a flag against Columbia River for holding, pushing them back 5 yards to the 21. And here comes the Columbia River offense. Oh no, move back to the 11-yard line. Ooh, that's another penalty. That is not what you want to see. That's a 10-yard penalty. Ooh. That is rough for anyone who's a fan of Columbia River football. And here they go. Passes out to number 8, Mesa Pretty. Oh, he's going! Past the 30-yard line, 40-yard line! And he goes out to the 47-yard line. Beautiful catch by Mason Purdy from Brett Pinkston. That is a beautiful play with a crushing run. All the way up past the 40, 45, and onto the 46. That is the end of the first quarter.
With the Centralia Tigers 7, your hometown Chieftains 7.
Leaving the Chieftains on 7 points, the Tigers on 7 points, but the Chieftains with the ball on the 46-yard line after a beautiful play by Mason Purdy. And here comes out the Columbia River offense again. Isaac Bibb O'Neill, the running back star for the Columbia River Chieftains. He is a senior this year. Number 24. And when he gets free, he will drop a lot of bigger guys than him. It's just that strength he holds. And out too comes Mason Purdy, number 8. As they line up on the 46-yard line. 3 receivers out on the left, 1 on the right. And here we go. To start the second quarter, Mason Purdy fakes the throw. Goes to number 87, Braden Osterweil, with a very solid run to the, call it 45-yard line. 2nd and inches away from that first down again. They line up again. 3 receivers on the left, 1 on the right. They go, they run up to Isaac Bibb O'Neill, number 24, managed to get beautiful yardage on that play, around 7 to 8 yards. First down, Columbia River, on the appears to be 38-yard line. And boy, are they marching themselves up the field, heading for another score on this beautiful possession so far. 2 out on the left side with Atticus Kurtz. And 1 on the right, being Jacob Ayers. They run. It's a pass play. Unable to find him. Mason Purdy dodges a tackle. Beautiful, and he's scrambling for the run. He's going. He passes the 20-yard line, passes the 10, and that's a touchdown, ladies and gentlemen. A beautiful scramble by Mason Purdy from the 38-yard line. And wow, that was amazing. He just seemed to go all around the defense. No one could touch him. First he went left, then he went right, and the defense had no clue what to do. He went right through on the right side for the touchdown, bringing the Columbia River Chieftains ahead 13-7, hoping to convert the and one to create a 14-7 lead. Although, oh no, there seems to be, oh no, that is a holding penalty against the Columbia River offensive line, canceling that beautiful run by Mason Purdy and making it 1st and 15. Not a predicament the Chieftains would want to be in this situation. However, that does not take away from the beauty of that play. And as they move back 10 yards, making that a first and 20. Yes, it is. Gentlemen, that is not a good sight for the Chiefs. However, despite the penalty there, that was a beautiful run by Mason Purdy, number 8. As I said, a great scrambling QB. Here we go, 2 to the left, 1 on the right. Mason Purdy hikes the ball. He fakes the run. He's looking for a pass. Oh, and that's another penalty. Ooh. This is on the Chieftains. That is not what you want to be seeing. Yes. Oh, no. That's not good. That's a false start on the Columbia River Chieftains, making it 1st and 25 with a 5-yard penalty. It's not a good sight to see. However, Jacob Ayers and Samuel Kamutule have subbed in as Mason Purdy runs back out there. The new game plan. First down, 18. Ball on the 47. And here they go. And they're lined up. Definitely in a pass formation. Mason Pretty stands at the back. 3 receivers on the right, 1 on the left. With it appears to be 5 pass rushers. Oh, and Mason Pretty with another scramble. Oh no, but he's still going. He's up and going. He's past the 50. He's past the 45. Oh, and that was a beautiful scramble to number 8, Mason Pretty. Dodges 1 tackle, dodges a second, and makes it up to the 42-yard line. The man seems to be just skipping through the defense as if a gazelle amongst lions. However, these lions are unable to catch him. Now on the 43-yard line, 2nd and 15.
9 yards carry by Mason Pretty.
It's a beautiful 9-yard carry. And as we've seen, Mason Pretty is unstoppable amongst the defense, but seems a little tired as he bends over. Again, they line up, though, for another snap. Definitely worn out after these past 2 runs. All right. And it's a run to Isaac. Isaac Bibb is wide open. He goes. He passes the 25, passes the 20. And he's pushed out of bounds on the 4-yard line. A beautiful run by Isaac Bibb. Near 40 yards on that run play. And it seems no penalty on the play, meaning they're on the 7-yard line. Wow, that was just a beautiful play. 15-yard run by Isaac Bibb Sr. Jeez, he just went right around and no one seemed to be able to catch up to him. It was number 24 again, Isaac Bibb the Sr. this year. Number 68, Brandon Chun, is subbed out for number 54, Dylan Dean. They line up, 2 receivers on the left, 1 on the right. Mason Pretty hiking the ball. Fakes a handoff to, and Jacob Ayers. Oh, he catches it! The one-handed catch! Oh, and he's out of bounds. A beautiful catch nonetheless, but it will not count this time for Jacob Ayers. Oh, and he just missed the end zone there. That is 2nd down, 2nd and goal. Again, they line up. Number 8, Mason Pretty. 2 receivers on the right, 2 on the left. With Isaac Bibb lining up behind Mason Pretty. It seems they're going to have 6 pass rushers. Oh, and O'Neal to get a loss of 1, or if not even yardage on that run. No gain made there, and number 7, Dylan Kyer, runs out onto the field to sub out for Isaac Bibb. That's a 3rd and 8 now. Yes, it was a loss of 1. And the Chiefs are really hoping to convert here. They line up, Mason Pretty, 2 on the right, 2 on the left again. With Kyer in the backfield. And he hikes it. He fakes the run to Kyer. Pass it over to Jacob Ayers again, and that's a beautiful catch for the touchdown. Jacob Ayers missed the first time in the out of bounds, but he managed to get it again with the move from Mason Pretty. That is a touchdown converting for Columbia River Chieftains. 13-7, and hopefully to get the and 1. Chieftains take the lead with 8 minutes and 50 seconds exact on the clock. And wow, Jacob Ayers is just showing up this game along with Mason Pretty. They have really put on a performance. And here it appears to be a, yep, that is it. That is a kick for the Columbia River Chieftains. Number 13, Cade Lujan, for another kick convert. And will he be able to get it? Yes, that is good by Cade Lujan, number 13 for Columbia River Chieftains. That doubles their the score of their opponents, 14-7 for the Columbia River Chieftains. Everything's still 8:50 on the clock. Chieftains here to kick off, hoping to maintain this lead going into the 3rd quarter, although we'll see how their defense is able to try and handle the run game that Centralia has been presenting tonight. Centralia running back number 10, Chase Soboleski Reynolds, along with Braden Hoyt, number 25, have seemed nigh unstoppable in tonight's run game for Centralia. With Hoyt managing most of the inside runs and Soboleski Reynolds taking the outside, the duo Erickson has little need to throw the ball, while those two have managed to run around most of the defenders presented to them. However, Columbia River is definitely putting up a good fight, and it seems to be a very offensive game here. Both defenses seem unable to figure out the other's offense. Now they come Lou John again, here to kick the ball off. He steps back to the 35, onto the 38. He steps, he gets ready, and he starts running. He kicks it off. It goes short to number 6, Christian Bean, who gets, that was a tackle on the 24, maybe 25-yard line. 1st and 10, Centralia ball. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is just a wonderful night tonight. A little breeze, clear skies, and a great game of football going on. On the defensive line for Columbia River, we've got number 50, AJ Ayek, as well as number 2 on the outside, Adam Werena. They go the run game again outside. This time it is number 2, Blaine Wass, that is able to run it up for a solid 12-yard gain. That is number 5, Addis Kurtz, who finally managed to bring him down on the 42-yard line. And here come the Centralia offense, again in another run formation. With number 6. And it appears to be, yes it is, it's a run outside to number 10, Soboleski Reynolds, who doesn't get brought down until the 48 on the other side. And yep, that is going to be a first down, a solid 10-yard run for Soboleski Reynolds. Both him and Hoyt seem unstoppable tonight, able to dodge their way around everyone, although Halseth, Ephraim number 9, Ephraim Halseth, has been able to assist with their running, getting more than his fair share of yards. There they go, lining up again, 25 in the back, and yep, there it goes. Braden Hoyt with a very solid run. That is a run up to the 30-yard line, an 18-yard run. A great play by the Centralia offense.
14 yards on play, another first down.
Number 19, Samuel Kamatule has subbed in for the Columbia River defense, along with number 15, Max Stewart to vent. And yep, here they go. They're lining up. Number 50, AJ Ayek on the defensive line. He pushes through. Shoot. Oh my, that was a run by Blaine Wass. Up around the right tackle's right shoulder, going around and just dodging through the linebackers that tried to stop him. That moves the ball up to the 15-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Centralia Tigers run game, as they've still been unable to complete a pass. 0 for 2 for Mr. Cameron Erickson, the QB for the Centralia Tigers. Again, they line up with number 25 and number 15, Anthony Saucedo in the back. That is Soboleski Reynolds, who managed to bring it up from the 15 up to the 6, a solid 9-yard gain. Again, making it 2nd and 1. on the
Columbia River 6-yard line.
7-yard line, 6-yard line. 1 yard to go. Again, this run game has been very efficient. Managing to march all the way down end to end every single time. 6 minutes 30 left on the clock. Number 25, Braden Hoyt. And we expect to see a run. Yep, and here he goes. Around the left guard's left shoulder, and ooh. He's taken down on what I appears to believe on the 1-2 yard line. Make that the 1 yard line. And this Columbia River defense seems unable to stop the impending defense. The impending run game that Centralia is bringing to the table. Number 60, Hunter Willison, is up on the defensive line now. Along with 51, Vinny Orizotto. Again, they run it up the middle. And, oh, is that a touchdown by Hoyt? And yes, that is a touchdown by Braden Hoyt, number 25, who managed to get a very large amount of touches that go around that touch. I believe that would have been a total of 4 or 5, easily managing over 30 yards in that play in that series of plays alone. And yep, here they go out for the kick to convert the point and tie the game with 5 minutes and 58 seconds left. Number 10, Chase Soboleski Reynolds, who seems to be able to do everything from running to catching to kicking. And yes, that is going to convert the point, making it 14-14. Soboleski Reynolds definitely doing more than his fair share of work for the Centralia Tigers.
Let's thank our sponsors this evening, Van Park Trucking, Van Cooper Chiropractic, Kano Realty, the Columbian, Hope Homes.
And the Columbia River defense walks on in for the offense and the receiving team to go back out, catch the touchdown, and hopefully score again. And to stop then the seemingly unstoppable Centralia run game. While the defense did manage to stop it on the first play, all thanks to Braden Osterweil with his beautiful sack, the defense has been unable to manage anything else against this run game. First they go inside, then they go outside, rotating between what appears to be Ephraim Halseth, Chase Soboleski Reynolds, and Braden Hoyt. This is a killer duo, a trio, and as well as Blaine Wass, who has only had 2 or 3 touches this game, but each one has been for a very solid amount of yardage.
Back to receive for the Columbia River Chieftains.
Number 15, Max Stewart-Event, and number 1, Sean Rain, are set at the back to receive the kickoff. That is a kickoff that is going to go almost out, and that's out. That's going to be a flag. Yes, it is. Bringing the Columbia River offense to the 35-yard line, 1st and 10. It is a second quarter now with 5:58 still left on the clock. Both teams still have all of their timeouts for this half, with the score tied at 14-14 all. Columbia River offense is thinking it over. Although, if they manage to continue what they've been doing for the last few runs, it should be quite successful, with Jacob Iyer and Mason Purdy leading the offense to 2 touchdowns this far. They're again running up in a pass formation. 2 wide receivers out on the left, 2 wide receivers on the right. Mason Purdy to hike the ball. With Dylan Kyer moving out to the right. And, he dodges number 13's attempt at a tackle. Number 22 goes, but misses. He throws it over to number 7. And hits it number 10, Jacob Ayers. And he dodges 1 tackle. He's going up the line. And he's going for first play of this possession. And he gets a touchdown. Jacob Ayers by the third from Mason Purdy. Beautiful on the run throw. Dodges 2 tackles. Makes it to number 10, who dodges another tackle and gets all the way up the field. My, oh my, was that a play? Jacob Ayers with the beautiful run. Mason Pretty with the beautiful throw. This pair is unstoppable so far. That was a 45-yard touchdown from the 35-yard line all the way to the end. And here comes the special team for kicking. Lining up. It seems that number 13, Lujan, is not on the field, except to the right, and definitely not in a kick position. But as they move in, he steps into that position. And it, yes, again, appears to be going for the extra point. Ladies and gentlemen, that was a 17-second, not minute, play by the Columbia River Chieftains. And the extra point is good, making it 21-14. Columbia River able to match any run game that Centralia can press forth. But can one of them make a defensive stop? Ladies and gentlemen, at this point in the game, it might be the difference between a win and a loss unless the other team can make an exceptional comeback. The Columbia River special teams kickoff shall be going back out with Kay Lujan, who has converted on every single kick tonight. Centralia Tigers appear to be thinking it over. While their run game has been working, the defense has been unable to get anywhere near Mason Pretty or to be able to stop Jacob Hoyer and his impressive length. Jacob Ayers at 6 foot 165. He's quick and tall. And the seemingly cornerbacks for the Centralia Tigers just can't match him. And Kay Lujan backs up. Takes a few steps over. And starting at 5 minutes, 41 seconds left in the second quarter, Columbia River kicks the ball and is a straight kick with a beautiful roll over the heads, over to number 10, Sobolewski Reynolds. Oh, but Reynolds makes a beautiful run up past the 5-yard line, making it the 38. Very solid 13 extra yards past the regular fair catch. And the Centralia Wild Tigers line up on the 38. First and 10, 5 minutes and 35 seconds left in the second quarter. Columbia River with the advantage. However, Centralia does receive the ball at the start of the second half. Meaning Columbia River is definitely hoping to come out ahead on points by the end of this half. And yes, it is again the Centralia Wild Tigers run game. Passing off to 25, Hoyt. And he goes down. Make that the 43-yard line. A solid 5-yard run for number 25, and he has had himself quite a night. While he has been tackled, he's been always getting very solid yardage. And Columbia River's defensive line just can't seem to find him wherever he goes. He lines up as the only running back now in the backfield with Erickson ready to hand it off. Oh, no, that is not good for River. Number 53, Nicholas Hutchinson, creates a 5-yard penalty for a neutral zone infraction. Moving it up to a second and inches. The running back, Braden Hoyt, has a mere need to take a foot. Oh, and they will call that the first down. Ooh, maybe? The referees seem undecided in this, but yes, they shall make it the first down. Centralia Wild Tigers offense, this being the third or fourth neutral zone infraction tonight. From his Rivers defense again lines up with Hoyt in the back again. Eric passes it off to him. He goes to the right. Oh, but goes around, and he's running. Oh,
33-yard line.
Blaine Wass with a trick play around the right. Brings it up to the 28-yard line. A very solid 20-plus yard run there for Blaine Wass, number 2.
Lost the ball carrier. Gain of about 17 in the play.
Make that 17 yards on the run there. Again, the Columbia River defense lines up on the 36-yard line. 4 minutes and 44 seconds left on the clock for this second quarter. And here, yep, they run it over to number 7, Kyler Lovato, who managed to get quite a few many yards by cutting out to the left, around the left guard, and back into the right and down the middle. Now on the 29-yard line with only 3 more yards to go for that offense. Ooh, and it's not looking good. They're on the 27 with 1 yard to go. My mistake. 2nd and 1 with Wass and Hoyt in the backfield. They hand it off to Hoyt down the middle. Oh, he gets tackled by number 40, Eddie Hochhalter. However, not after getting that first down. Bringing it to the 1st and 10 on the 22. 4 minutes, 5 seconds left. 21-14 to Columbia River. Can River pull out a turnover here? I and many other people in these stands sure do hope so. And again, they line up with 25, Braden Hoyt in the backfield, alongside number 7, Kyler Lovato. And they toss it out to number 2, Blaine Wass, who gets 3 yards on a play. A good stop by Columbia River defense, seeing as their Centralia's running offense has managed to get way more than that on average.
Long 2 of the play brings up 2nd down 8.
2nd down and 8 now on the 20-yard line. Centralia's offense hoping to get a few more yards on these next few runs. As we've seen so far, we doubt they'll be throwing it much. Columbia River's defensive line really needs to be careful, as it appears Blaine Wass is on the left side with Braden Hoyt in the back. And he throws it over to number 14, but that's an injury. Oh! Oh no! That is not what you want to see. Number 15, Max Stewart-Event, is unable to get the interception, with number 14, Alejandro Valencia, managing to rip it from his hands and take it into the touchdown. 21-20 to River, although the Centralia kick team has proven itself to be able to convert, most likely to tie up the game. 2 minutes 54 left on the clock due to Centralia's run game shenanigans that have been working this whole time. Oh, and it appears they are going for 2 here. They are going to have their running back Braden Hoyt in the back with Blaine Wass on the left. Erickson, he hands it off. Goes it over to Blaine Wass. Oh, and he dodges 2 tackles and brings it in for 2. 22-21 Centralia with a beautiful and 2-point conversion. That was number 2, Blaine Wass for the Centralia Tigers. And boys, he started playing really well for them so far this game. Columbia River is now down, and this is not in the position they wanted to be in, heading into towards the end of the second quarter. Columbia River's reception team is going to head out now and hopefully score a touchdown and possibly go for 2 now after that touchdown, after Blaine Wass has run around the right. Looks like both sides are talking strategy. And 2:54 left on the clock for Columbia River to try and get a score in here. But seeing their fast offense so far this game, it might be better for them to run the ball here and waste some clock, leaving Centralia less time should River score. However, River's run game has not been too effective this game, being shut down almost every single time except for one. Their defensive line able to stop any run that comes through. And yes, here goes the River's reception team with, again, Max Stewart-Event and Sean Rain, number 1, in the back. And they kick it off over to the right. Oh, and it sits there at the 26, 27-yard line. A solid kick by Centralia, but it'll give them a few more yards
27-yard line.
if it had just been a fair catch in the end zone.
Max Tournament with the recovery.
And the offense walks off.
It'll be 1st and 10 Chieftains. After
Well, the defense is on.
later in the first half.
And now the offense talks strategy, hoping to score here and possibly go for 2 to try and bring themselves within 7 points again. And yes, the defense is walking out there with tight end Adam Werena on the right end. UB Mason Pretty is out there. And they fake the run. Over to number 2. Adam Werena, the tight end, managed to get the 44-yard line. A beautiful throw by Mason Pretty over to number 2, Adam Werena.
27-yard line.
That brings it to the 44-yard line. Oh no.
Legal procedure charge against the
And that's a penalty for the Columbia River Chieftains. That is an offside, setting the back 5 yards, making it 1st and 15. Putting it to the 22-yard line. And ladies and gentlemen, that is not what you want to see from the offense that is hoping to get a score here to bring them into the lead going into the second half. However, this offense has been seen to be more than explosive enough this game, with Werena, Pretty, and Ayers being explosive and destroying the defense that had been set before them. Mason Pretty lines up. He hikes the ball with 2 receivers on the right and 1 on the left. He sets for the throw, throws it over. Oh, and it is blocked. Number 14, Alejandro Valencia, 6'3", 220. And he is a big dude. He usually manages to swat the ball away, creating 2nd down and 15 on the 22-yard line. That is Mason Pretty's first incompletion of the game. And as they have thrown the ball most of the time, that is pretty impressive. As they've thrown the ball most of the time. Yes. Oh, and it looks like we have a blitz here. Yep, 5 pass rushers, but Pretty goes up the middle. Oh my, he just does it every time. He dodges one defender. He's got the 50. That's a 40. That's a 30-yard line. He's 20. He can't be stopped. Ladies and gentlemen, that's a touchdown. Mason Pretty from the 22-yard line. Ladies and gentlemen, that is a 78-yard scramble by Mason Pretty. None other than the scramble king himself. Give him some eggs and you know what he'll make in the morning. Boy, that was just a beautiful run by Mason Pretty. That brings 27-22. And it looks like they will be going for the kick here, even though that will only put them 6 points ahead.
Keep screaming into the mic, it's gonna blow out, and we're not gonna be able to use it. So like, take it down by 3 notches. Sorry, that's not good.
Oh, and it seems they tried to go for the trick play there instead of the kick. And they are unable to get it.
It's the Tigers of Centralia, 22.
That's 27-22 to Centralia.
27.
Columbia River has the lead, but the Centralia offense is looking very happy going now with 2 minutes and 12 seconds left in the second quarter to get a running touchdown. Even at this point, they would be happy with a field goal, as that'd bring them only within 2 points of the Columbia River team. And out heads the Columbia River kicking team. And Luton is out there again. Set to kick off the ball towards the end of the second quarter. That Columbia River offense went from the 240 down to the 212, taking only about 38 seconds there. A very explosive and quick offense. However, this is maybe not the game they would want to do so, seeing as Centralia's offense just seems to waste the time with their great run game. And he kicks it straight with a beautiful spin. It goes down over number 10, Soboleski Reynolds, onto the 11-yard line, and he gets taken down, make that, ooh, that was beautiful, the 12-yard line. A great kick for Columbia River. Centralia ball on the 12-yard line. A beautiful kick and a beautiful run. The ball bouncing over number 10, Sobolewski Reynolds' head. And out comes Columbia River defense, unable to stop the run game tonight. We have number 25, Braden Hoyt in the back. And, ooh, no, they pass it off to number 9, Ephraim Hulseth. He gets a solid run there, up to 2 yards, call it up to the 14, maybe even 15-yard line. That is, ooh. Ladies and gentlemen, that's a timeout on field. That is a timeout by Columbia River Chieftains. 2nd and 10. With the ball on the, nope. Make that 2nd and 8, ball on the 15. A board was incorrect. And it's Centralia ball with the Columbia River timeout. And out comes the defense again. And the band in the background is playing YMCA. Definitely a hype song. I wake up in the morning and this is what I listen to. Out comes again the Centralia run offense with number 10 Sobolewski Reynolds and number 25 Braden Hoyt in the back. Erickson hikes the ball, hands it off to Sobolewski Reynolds, who hands it off again, but they are unable to be tricked. Blaine Wass with the trick play, but he gets taken down in the backfield. Make that the 6-yard line. A beautiful play by Columbia River's defensive line. Number 58, Brock Scholes. There's the breakthrough, along with 87, Bryden Osterwheel. And ladies and gentlemen, that is the second time, actually, that Columbia River's defense tonight has been able to stop effectively the run game, for a loss of yards even. That is now 3rd and 16, forcing the not-so-wanting Centralia offense to throw the ball, which has been unsuccessful until the last time, in which they got a touchdown to number 14, Alejandro Valencia. The water boy runs out, helps them with some nice H2O, and the Centralia offense is back out. With number 14, again, Valencia, and number 12, Bairstow. Erickson lines up, and it seems to be, yes, it is a throw. He throws it deep to Bairstow, but that is an interception by Jacob Ayers. This man is just killing it tonight. Chieftains the ball on the 40-yard line. And wow, that was a beautiful interception right over the wide receiver's head. Making it Columbia River Chieftains ball, and this is just the advantage they were hoping for going into the second half. If they are able to convert here, the Columbia River Chieftains will be in a great position going into that second half, even though the Centralia Tigers do receive the ball. And again, out comes the Columbia River offense, which, as I have said 2, maybe 4 times, an explosive possession every single time, with whether it's Mason Pretty or Jacob Ayers, who is the one who just got that beautiful interception. Pretty gets the ball, looks to be a pass. He goes to number 40, the running back, Eddie Hochhalter, and he manages to keep going, breaks one tackle, and gets down at the 45-yard line. A very good run, considering that the Rivers game is mostly passing. That puts them 2nd down, 5 yards to go on the 45. 1 minute, rounding out on the 1 minute left to go. However, if there's a team close enough to score this within this time limit, it is the Chieftains. Pretty. Oh, he throws it deep. Oh, and he's unable to get it to number 5, Atticus Kurtz. The ball going just outside to the left of Kurtz, who is heading into the right. Columbia River Chieftains walk back to the 45. It is now 3rd and 5 on the 39. Oh, no, make that the 34. 3rd and 5 on the 34. Here they go. Columbia River Chieftains offensive lineup. Mason Purdy. 2 on the right, 2 on the left. He hikes the ball. He's looking for openings. He doesn't see any. Oh, and he tosses it deep to Ayers, but that is much too far. Jacob Ayers looks for the pass interference call. There is to be nothing. Number 10, Chase Sobolewski Reynolds with the defense on Ayers there. Man, 2 defensive turnovers in the past few minutes. As we said, a turnover might do the game, but it seems both teams are able to do so. Columbia River Chieftains lining up again, and it appears that they might go for it. 4th and 4 on the 34. And yes, they are. Mason Purdy lines up with Kyer in the backfield with him. 3 receivers on the left, 1 on the right. Jacob Ayers on the right. He's the man to look for now. Number 15, Max Stewart of End is on the right. He goes, he throws, and he throws deep to Ayers. Ayers can't. Oh, no. Oh, he was so close. Jacob Ayers with his first drop of the evening. The ball hit him mid-dive, and he was unable to keep it with them. Columbia River Chieftains with a turnover on the 34.
It'll be 1st and 10. Tigers taking over at their own.
That makes it 1st and 10 for the Tigers with their run game. However, they only have 45 seconds to try and score. Especially in a run offense. That is going to be quite difficult to do, seeing as the clock continues to run down if it's a live ball. They line up on the left dashes with 25, I believe, in the backfield. Yes, it is. Braden Hoyt. Along with number 2 on the left side, Blaine Wass. Oh, and it looks to be a pass. They fake the run, throw it deep to number 2, goes off the helmet of number 1, Sean Rain. And the target to number 2, Blaine Wass, is missed by Cameron Erickson. Erickson walks off the field to go talk to the offensive coordinator. And Sean Rain with the unintentional swat there with his head. 37 seconds left on the clock. 2nd and 10 on the 34. Centralia's offense lines up again. That makes the 4th or 5th throw tonight for the Centralia offense. And now they line up again to go for most likely a more tried and true method of running the ball. Blaine Wass on the left, Sobolewski Reynolds on the right, and Braden Hoyt right down the middle. They go to Hoyt. Nope, they fake it. Erickson's with the ball. He throws. He misses. Oh, and it's nearly an interception. 1 miss, the 2nd miss. Number 15, Max Stewart of End, is just not able to hold onto the ball with the tips of his fingers. However, that throw does make it. That throw miss does make it 3rd and 10 for the Centralia Tigers. This is a dangerous position to be in, considering that should they turn it over, the Columbia River Chieftains may have one last second chance to try and score it going into the second half. They have to get a first down here if they want to try and stop River from scoring. And they line up again. Erickson with 25 Hoyt and number 10. Yes, it is. Oh, no, it's the fake. Back to number 2, Blaine Wass, who, oh, yes, and it looks like he does get that first down there. He makes it up to the 45-yard line with the fake handoff from to Hoyt, back over to Blaine Wass.
Gonna be short of the first down.
Oh, and no, it is just short of the first down, making that 4th and inches.
We're gonna have an official's timeout here, 23 seconds to play.
And it appears to be an official's timeout to see whether or not it was a first down. And they seem to be measuring it. The official's unsure whether or not it is a first down. If not, this could be momentous for the Columbia River defense, as this would mean that they do have likely another chance to score. Oh, but it does appear to be Yes. And that is what the Chieftains like to see. That is 4th and inches. However, Centralia's run offense, to them, it should be no match. This is fun. And yes. And here the refs go to make sure it is accurately lined up on those right hand dashes. Centralia is just sitting in wait. And yes, the refs sit the ball down. It is no more than 5 inches away from that first down. With Braden Hoyt in the backfield, that big strong man who's been broken many defensive tackles. Both the players and the actual tackles themselves. We shall see if they are able to make it past this 4th down. They do line up. However, if they turn this over, they're giving the Chieftains a little over 20-ish, probably under 20 seconds by the end of the seconds to score. They line up. Columbia River defensive line really trying to second here. And yes, they'll be handing it off to Hoyt. He takes a step forward, takes a step back. And that's a penalty. It looks to be on the Centralia offense. Yes, it is. Ladies and gentlemen, that makes that a offsides penalty for the Centralia offense. Pushing them back all the way to the 32-yard line. Not a position they want. Oh, no. Sorry. The 39-yard line. Making it 4th and 5. What once was a very close position now makes it almost a necessity to pass here unless they have an extremely good run. Yes, and Erickson steps back and it looks like he is going for the pass. He throws it over to the number 14, Alejandro Valencia. Ooh, yes! That seems to be an offensive pass interference. Number 23, Victor Flores, brother of the recently injured Aiden Flores, may he recover, seems to have received this penalty and caused the flag or 2 thrown onto the field. It appeared that he managed to push Victor Flores to the ground.
Offensive pass interference.
Yes, it is an offensive pass interference. And River smartly declines it, giving them 2 seconds to try and pull something together here. It is 1st and 10 on the 39-yard line. 2 seconds, and boy, it could not be tighter for the Chieftains. While they do have an explosive offense, they were recently stopped on that 4th down. So we shall see if they're able to maintain a play. They are throwing number 10, Chase Soboleski Reynolds, onto Jack Ayers, and it did the trick last possession for the Columbia River Chieftains, holding them and forcing a turnover. It is now Chieftains ball on the 39. Will they be able to score in 2 seconds? It comes down to this. If they manage to score here, they shall definitely have a strong advantage going into the second half. That will give them 7 points, 34, 12 points over Centralia. Yes, I do know how to count. And that would be a very large advantage heading into that second half, especially with Centralia starting with the ball. If Columbia River is able to score here, this would be the best possible situation at this point. They would get the and one, most likely going for the safer kick, and this would provide them with a safety in case the run, seemingly unstoppable, but now definitely stopped run offense of Centralia, in case they did score. And it looks like they're going for a pass, of course. Mason Purdy lines up. 3 receivers on the right. It seems a cornerback on the left. And yes, he goes. He's looking. And he chucks it deep to number 2. Oh, that's an interception by number 10, Chase Soboleski Reynolds. A great interception. But that marks the end of the half. And Columbia River, unable to score, still has a 5-point lead, 27-22. And that is the end of the first half, ladies and gentlemen.
If you want a rigorous, challenging curriculum,
Is focused and driven on excelling in all your classes.
Encouraging kids to prepare, at a level that is a college level.
Instead of just memorizing a bunch of facts for a multiple choice test, it teaches you the process of learning.
Making sure that you can understand a problem, that you can find facts to back up an argument, that you can create an argument that's cohesive and coherent.
It teaches you perseverance, it teaches you critical thinking, it teaches you time management.
Very beneficial coming into college, into the workforce.
The IB program will help you hone skills and will make you knowledgeable in a lot of different areas. And that combination allows a lot of doors to stay open for you as a young adult.
It's 100% a valuable thing to do. And it's very rewarding because you end up going into college and realizing, oh, this is actually a lot easier than I thought it would be, or I understand this concept more because I've had this background in IB. I've been able to learn about this.
You come here to do your passion, which is science, math, English, video. You come here for your passion, and the scary, like, oh, it's IB, it's extra work, it's so hard. No, it's not going to be hard if it's your passion.
IB, and whether it's the diploma program or the career program, what it offers is an opportunity for you to find out what you're most interested in. And when you're doing something that you're passionate about or that you're actually just really intrigued by, you reach what artists, architects, what a lot of people refer to as flow. You're just in that moment and you're going because it's so interesting.
As long as you are productive and you use your time wisely, it's not the level of crazy that everyone says it is.
When your teachers give you work time in class, maybe you should actually work instead of talking to your friends, and then you won't have as much homework.
You have to have the intent and the drive to sit down and work for 2 or 3 hours and get everything done in that time span.
As long as you're on top of your stuff during the week and allocate proper time during the weekend for homework, yeah, you have time to do whatever you want. But you have to prioritize. You can't be in 10 different clubs and 3 different sports and still do IB. You can still do 3 sports. There are many people I was friends with who graduated full IB that were 3-season athletes all 4 years of high school. But they might have been in less clubs. But it's possible, but you just can't do everything.
The truth is that you have to go into it being prepared that you are going into a higher caliber learning path. And that is the truth. But it does not kill you. It does not beat you down. If anything, it builds you up because you have an IB community that everyone's going through it together, and you have teachers who are going to prepare you for what you need to do. And there are also, I think it's really important to know lots of paths you can do in IB. You don't have to do the full diploma. You can pick certain areas that you want to focus on and still get the skills that IB teaches you, but not die with a full IB course load.
Everybody does fine in the program. I mean, if you put in the work and you talk to teachers, you'll do well. It's I think, because that's one thing that I really valued about the teachers here is that everybody wants you to do well. I mean, it's their job, to make sure that we're prepared for our classes, but more than that, they want to see us succeed. They want us to do well on our exams, and they want us to be super excited about setting the curve in the bio exam or whatever.
The teachers are there for you. They don't want to, drown you. They want to help you. They want to see you succeed.
It's a great place to work as a teacher here. I work with fabulous teachers, wonderful, experienced teachers that know their stuff, and they love kids.
We've got great students, great families, great support. Our staff is amazing. The educational programs we have here are outstanding, and students can challenge themselves yet participate in a lot of different activities and events.
River's for everybody. They have something for everybody here. And none of it's like freshmen and seniors. There's not a huge underclassmen, upperclassmen. Like, you have friends in every class, in every grade. You
can do so many sports. There are so many electives and classes that you can take.
You know, IB for everyone. I think there's this perception that it's only for top-notch students, and I think that, again, with organization and study skills, and if you're willing to work hard, that, you know, IB programs are available to any student who wants to access those. So there's not some, you know, these limitations, and, you know, it's a choice.
You know, education is a powerful thing to have, and to be at this school, you will get a pretty stellar education, and it's important to use that tool to help other people.
It makes you mindful of being somebody who's part of a larger world community. And I think for those reasons, it's appealing to me, and I think it's appealing to parents whose goal in life isn't just, I want you to be a successful person and make money, but I want you to be a good person. I want you to be a fine human being. That, I think, is what sells me on IB.
Tonight, Centralia's run offense has been nigh unstoppable. However, coming into the last few seconds of the first half, Columbia's defense managed to get it together, and they started shutting them down. The same, however, could be said about Centralia's defense, which managed to shut Columbia River's offense down, which it had unable to do before. And here they come to start the second half. Here they are. Mr. Cade Lujan, number 13, out to kick the ball away to start the second half of fun football. And here he goes, he kicks it off. A beautiful kick with great backspin. Gives it to number 2, Blaine Wass. Gets it way behind the 5-yard line, runs it up to the 20, past the 20, and make that the 23-yard line. A solid return for Blaine Wass, who's been very solid all night long. Part of a many fake handoffs and trick handoffs. The Columbia River defense is coming back onto the field with little worry about a pass offense, seeing as they've only completed one of 8 or 9 throws tonight by Cameron Erickson. However, their run offense has been unstoppable with number 2, Blaine Wass, number 10, Chase Soboleski-Reynolds, and number 25, Braden Hoyt, who have been carrying the ball and this game for Centralia. Down by 5-14, Valencia runs out to the outside, and we've got Hoyt in the back. And again, it looks to be a run. Number 2, Blaine Wass goes out. He catches the ball, goes around the right side. He's running it up, makes it past the 30, and gets stopped on the 34. That is a knock out of bounds by Atticus Kurtz, number 5. Blaine Wass getting the first down.
Ball carry. Gain about 6 on the play. Second down and 4.
The ball is now down on the 29-yard line, making it a 2nd and 4. Going out much earlier than what can be seen from here. Or at least according to the refs. Again, they line up with number 25, Blaine Hoyt, in the back. This has been his main position. And Cameron Erickson in the back as well. Wass goes across, and they hand it off to number 25, who gets shut down in the backfield. A beautiful play by Columbia River's defensive line, stopping him around the 30-yard line, making it a loss for about 3 or 4 yards.
Number 55, Cody Hardy.
It is now 3rd and 5. Can Columbia River's defense stop Centralia's offense here? If so, Columbia River would be in a solid position, seeing as they're this far down the field. Here they go, and they give it out to number, who is that? Oh, and he's going. He's going. He gets tripped up, but he's still going. He runs. That's number 10, Soboleski-Reynolds, and he gets it down to the 35-yard line. A beautiful run, ladies and gentlemen. This is a prime example of Centralia's run game this evening. While they may have had a few mishaps with certain runs, the last one being one of the many few, Soboleski Reynolds, Blaine Wass, and Braden Hoyt have easily managed to gain yardage wherever they need to, instead of being put on the 37-yard line. 1st and 10, Centralia ball, down by 5. Erickson gets up and he gives it over. Nope, and he fakes it. And there it is, down. Given to Braden Hoyt. With a continued fake onto Soboleski Reynolds. Number 12, Derek Bairstow subs out. And AJ Ayak for the Columbia River Chieftains subs in for the defensive line. They also have number 50, which is AJ Ayak. Number 5, Alex Kurtz, is the outside linebacker on the left. And with 25 in the back, they look to stuff. They hand it over to Blaine Wass, who dodges a tackle. A beautiful dodge there. And he managed to bring it up to the 26-yard line for a 7-yard run. Will it be a first down, though? And again, the refs appear undecided, but nope, they will give it to them this time. That is a first down for the Centralia Tigers as they continually march their way down the field. The clock's at 9:55 right now, and they line up again. Blaine Wass on the left, Soboleski Reynolds, and Rand Holt. It goes to Soboleski. Soboleski runs, he dodges one tackle, hits another, and he makes it up to the 10-yard line. Looking to be almost 3 yards after getting hit. Reynolds has been a key factor tonight for the Centralia offense, scoring himself more than his fair share of touchdowns as well as many a yardage. The Tigers feeling very strong about their run defense, and while Columbia River seemed to be able to stop it before the end of the first half, they're unable to do so now. Again, Hoyt and Soboleski in the back with Wass on the left. They hand it off. They give it to Soboleski, who goes over to the left, dodges 2 tackles. He gets taken down by Adam Werena, the defensive outside linebacker, who manages to catch him before he makes it past the 5-yard line. That is down on the 7-yard line, making it 2nd and 7 to go. And the offense lines back up again. Soboleski Reynolds and Hoyt in the back with Wass on the left. These are the players to watch here. They're definitely in a run formation. They give it over to Holt. And Hoyt makes it to the 5, maybe even 4-yard line there for a good 2 to 3 yards. Solid run for Braden Hoyt, who's been their main down the middle running back for tonight, with Wass and Reynolds being the outside running backs.
And 3 brings up 3rd and 4.
Hoyt is now subbed out. And again, the run offense comes onto the field. However, they have 2 receivers out there, number 6, Christian Bean, and number 2, Blaine Wass. And it's a run through Santos Laferty, who gets taken down around the 3, even possibly 2-yard line.
Taken down by number 50, Ayak.
AJ Ayak with the tackle, but will he get the first down? It appears so. Yes, he will, making it 1st and goal on the 1-yard line. Now, this is a very tough position for the Columbia River defense. They need to be able to get a stop here to keep the advantage throughout this second half. But will it happen? Who knows? Centralia's run offense, as they appear to line up it again, has been very strong, and on the 1-yard line, it seems no more than a mere straw man for them to knock down at this point to get these points. Will they be able to do it, though? Yep, and they hand it off to number 21, Laferty.
For the touchdown.
Laferty with the fake, and it goes to Hoyt, who gets the touchdown, making it 28-27. And will they go for 2, or will they merely take the 1 point for the field goal? And it looks looks like they might be going for 2 here. All right. They are going for another 2-point play to keep them within tying range in case River should get a field goal. And yes, that is what they're doing. Number 21, Lafferty at the back, Wass on the left, and number 7, Lovato in the back as well. Watch out for Blaine Wass here, though. Is most likely going to the right. Oh, no, and they give it to Lafferty. Lafferty gives it to Hoyt, and yes, he's down before they can get the points. Solid defense by Columbia River, keeping it to a 1-point game after the first possession in the second half. 7:37 left on the clock. River down by 1. Can the Chieftains score here? That is the issue that we are running into. If they manage to score and get the point, they will be sending very well. But that only will happen if they manage to get the ball past the defenders, who have managed in the last few minutes of the first half to clamp Ayers and Huerena, who have been Mesa Pretty's 2 foremost receiving options. At the end of the first half as well, the run game was not very strong coming from River, only doing it once or twice, exceptions of course to the scrambles. And it appears that the Centralia defense is now focusing itself on the throw game. Another player to watch out for going into the Chieftains' possession here is Mason Pretty, number 8, the quarterback for Columbia River. This man so far tonight has had a 78-yard scramble touchdown. He has been insane. He nearly had a 38-yard one if it was not for the false start penalty. And he's just been all over the place, dodging tackles and getting yardage wherever needed. This man is not just a quarterback, but almost a running back. However, he has made his fair share of throws to Ayer and Huerena. Here comes number 10, Sobolewski Reynolds to kick it off for the Centralia Tigers, going in for the second possession of the second half. And here he goes. He runs forward and kicks the ball. It was a short little pop. Over to the outside to number 23, Victor Flores. He gets taken down on the 30-yard line. Not bad at all, but he did happen to drop it at first. However, that was not an issue, as he was able to get it and was taken down on the 30-yard line. Possibly even, it looks like they'll give him the 32. Columbia River Chieftains to walk out here. We'll see what the first play will be. So far tonight, though, it'll look to be mostly a passing game. And yep, that's what it appears to be, as foremost running back Isaac Bibb O'Neill is not out on the field, instead taken by Dylan Kyer. 1 receiver on the left, 2 on the right. Here comes Pretty, he hikes the ball. He fake hands it off to number 7, yes, and he goes to pass number 10. Ayers wide open in the middle of the field. Dodges 1 tackle, he's running! Oh my gosh, he's going to do it! He's going all the way! Ladies and gentlemen, Jacob Ayers! From the 30-yard line, a 70-yard play by the Columbia River Chieftains. Jacob Ayers with a beautiful catch, dodge of the tackle, and run down the field. Great throw by Mason Pretty to bring an overall solid throw. Ladies and gentlemen, it was 7:47 on the clock, but now it's 7:20, a 27-second play by the Columbia River Chieftains. Man, this offensive is explosive. Tonight, they have been all over the place, where there's Pretty scrambling for the run, managed to get more yards than any QB should be able to. Or Jacob Ayers with the beautiful catches, or even Huerena with the solid mid-range. Tonight, the Chieftains' pass game has been really one to watch. And here they go to line up for the special team. And it appears they'll be going for 2 to bring the lead for it, as they're only up by 5. They've got Kyer in the back. It's most definitely going to be a pass play. Person to look out for here is Jacob Ayers on the right side, and it's going to be a penalty thrown by the ref. Whether offense or defense, I do not know. Oh, and it's going to be a penalty against the offense. That's hard, especially when going for 2. 5-yard penalty isn't too much. It might even open up some room in the backfield. Number 13, Kay Lujan walks out onto the field. And it may appear that they are going for the kick. And yes, it is. They're going for the kick now at this point in the game. Pretty lines up the ball. Lujan ready to kick for the extra goal, and he has not missed tonight. He has been automatic on the... Oh, and the kick is blocked.
Extra point is blocked, so with 27:20 to play here in the third
Extra
period.
point blocked by number 12, Derek Bairstow, it appears.
33.
7:20 left on the clock, and the Chieftains only 5 points ahead. Definitely giving Centralia more than enough opportunity to score here. Columbia River, while having a great play, are slightly disheartened by their past 2 extra point attempts. First, unable to convert for 2, and now with the blocked field goal after the penalty. The blocked kick. The kick team now runs out to the field with Lujan himself at the front. And ladies and gentlemen, that is his first kick to not go through the goalpost tonight. He is, I believe, 3 for 4. The Chieftains also having gone for a 2-point play, that having failed. Centralia offense now out on the field after they get this reception. Number 10, Sobolewski Reynolds in the backfield, along with number 9, Ephraim Halseth. And Lujan goes forward. He kicks the ball. That's a beautiful with a great spin going to Halseth. Halseth runs. He reaches the 22, past the 25, and that looks to be the 27-yard line for the Centralia Tigers. A solid return. Looked to be about 18 yards from where he started with the ball.
Tackle for the Chieftains.
Ooh, and it appears to be yes. All right, on the 27-yard line. The Chieftains defense shall line up. Again, the Centralia appear to start in a run offense. With only one receiver on the outside, yes, they'll hand it off back to Blaine Wass, who's made a main man and many trick plays that he goes outside. Makes it past the 35, possibly 36, although on the safer side, 35. Solid play by Blaine Wass, taking them only 2 yards away from the first down. Oh, and that is a penalty on Centralia, one which the Chieftains will most definitely take. And it appears to be only a 5-yard penalty, as they now get the ball on the 22, 23 maybe yard line. First and 15. Now this is a situation in which one would most likely throw. However, the Centralia's run game has been more than capable of making up those 15 yards. With Braden Hoyt and Sobolewski Reynolds in the back. Yep. And they give it to Sobolewski Reynolds. He runs up the middle, goes around, misses the 23, misses the tackle. He's still going past the 40, past the 50, and he reaches the 38-yard line on the other side of the field. Great tackle by number 15, Max Stewardovant, but the Columbia River defense is unable to stop Sobolewski Reynolds and his fantastic run game tonight.
First and 10 Tigers at the Columbia River.
Number 23, Victor Flores, with the missed tackle there, costing them quite a few yards. However, they have more than enough room to make this up here. If Columbia River is able to manage to retain their former defense at the end of the first half, it is possible that the Chieftains, like twice before, will be able to get a turnover here, which would be very, very, very good for them at this point in the game. However, it looks like they're going to run. Eric sitting at the back. He hands it off to Blaine Wass, who goes around the right. He dodges. No tackles taken down by number 15, Max Stewardovant again. The ball is placed on the 33-yard line with 3 yards till the first down. Second and 3, 33 yards on the 30-yard line. Clock running down to near 6 minutes and further. Oh, and number 15, Max Stewardovant, is coming off the field with what appears to be a knee injury, although probably not minor, as he jogged himself off. Hopefully it's nothing major, as they already suffered the injury of Aiden Flores tonight, their cornerback. They hand it off to Braden Hoyt, who runs right up the middle, and yes, he gets that first down, putting them on the 28-yard line. Appears number 15, Max Jordan, is still sitting on the ground, and possibly just a knee-to-knee or something like that, as he was able to jog himself off with only a slight limp. He still has his helmet on, but he does now take that off. Number 53, Nicholas Hutchinson, comes off the field with number 50, AJ Ayek, taking that front line with Atticus Kurtz on the right side. And they run it up the middle. Oh, and that was a beautiful takedown. Loss of a yard for the Columbia River defense. That was a takedown by number 87, Brayden Osterweiler, the other defensive tackle for the Columbia River defense.
No gain on the play, brings up 2nd down and 10.
Eddie Brockhalter as well makes up that defensive line. And here they go again. 2nd and 11. The Centralia run offense lines up. And it appears goes over to, a solid run, but only kept to the 25-yard line. That run was by number 9, Ephraim Halseth for the Centralia Tigers. That brings them up 3 yards, 3rd and 7. Tackle made by AJ Ayek, number 50, offensive lineman for Columbia River Chieftains.
3rd and long, 6 coming up for the Tigers.
Tigers, well, their run game, yes, and here it goes. Their run game again is being put to the test, which they have passed many times before, to try and get a 3rd down conversion. Play to watch for here is Blaine Wass on the left side. Yep. Oh, and no, they give it to Soboleski Reynolds, who runs right up the middle as if no one is there. And definitely they weren't, showing how many times he dodged. Easily gets the 1st down, putting them on the 9-yard line. Ooh, make that 11.
Down to the Chiefs at 11-yard line.
1st and 10, near 1st and goal. However, that puts them on the 1-yard line for a first down. The Chieftains desperately looking for a stop here as the clock winds down to the end of the 3rd quarter. And as always, Centralia lines up with their run offense. Braden Hoyt and Soboleski Reynolds in the back. And Hoyt gets the ball, runs right up the middle, and gets stopped on the 9-yard line. A 2-yard run for number 25, Braden Hoyt.
Hardy and Hochholder on the tackle for the Chieftains.
Number 55, Cody Hardy. And number 40, Eddie Hochholder.
10-yard line.
With the tackle. 55, Cody Hardy comes out, though, and so does number 53, Nicholas Hutchinson.
Hutchinson also checks out a game.
Osterweiler and Ayek make up that offensive line now.
2nd and 8, ball on the 10-yard line.
And River is definitely looking to stop this run here. However, Centralia does have 2 receivers out there. Nope. They give it out to Blaine Wass, out to the right side. Makes a pass to 5 and gets taken down on about the 3-yard line at the very far right. This appears to be a common play for him when he gets the ball. Starts on the left side of the offensive line. Goes around, the play is fake to Braden Hoyt, and he grabs it going around in a bubble up to the far deep right side, usually getting quite a many yards. Yes, that is a phrase.
Ball on the 3-yard line. 31 from the 3. Let's go Chieftains.
And yes, it is. They're on the 3-yard line, 3rd and 1 for the first down. However, they will definitely be aiming for the touchdown here. They line up all on the offensive line. No receivers out there. And I'm sure everyone here is wondering what they shall be doing. It appears to be a handoff to Braden Hoyt. No, and it's a QB draw for the touchdown.
Erickson with the keeper and a touchdown.
Cameron Erickson with the QB draw right up the middle to get the touchdown. Columbia River's defensive line unsure of what was happening. No one even laid a hand on him. Beautiful run by Erickson. It is the first time he has done much this game besides hand the ball off. And it appears they might go for 2 again to try and keep the lead in case River does make a field goal. Yes, it is. Sobolewski Reynolds is not out there to kick. And number 25 is Braden Hoyt is in the back. 10, Sobolewski Reynolds joins him from the right side, and Blaine Wass is in the left. Ooh. Oh no. And good news for the Columbia River defense, an offsides penalty. Oh, no.
Encroachment penalty against the Chieftains.
No, apparently the refs missed the false start on the offense and instead called a neutral zone infraction on the defense. Bringing them in a yard closer to the touchdown. Here they go. 25 and 10 in the back. The QB tries, but no, he was caught midair. Cameron Erickson tried jumping over the offensive line for the touchdown, but AJ Ayek and Brock Osterweiler caught them midair and threw him to the ground. No extra points for Centralia, only up by 1, 33-34, with 2 minutes and 9 seconds on the clock.
Third period. The Tigers 34, your hometown Chieftains 33. Again, last call for possession, last call for fairway. Let's bring the energy here, Chieftains fans. Let's bring the energy, bring it up. Bring it up.
And now the Columbia River Chieftains out to receive the kickoff from the Centralia Tigers. 2 minutes and 9 seconds to score for the third quarter, however another 12 heading into the fourth. And it appears that number 15, Max Stewart event, although he did suffer an injury earlier on to his knee, it appears he is going back out onto the field for this kick reception. Him and Sean Rainigan in the backfield. With number 33, Homer Aguiano at the mid, and number 5, Atticus Kurtz, just in front of the 2 backfielders. So far, Sobolewski Reynolds has had a few solid kicks. I think 1 point conversions. However, his past few kickoffs have not been the best, maybe a result of his tiredness as a running back. No matter what you speculate, however, he is here to start it off with a kick, and we'll see how this one goes. He pops it up over to the number 23, Victor Flores. Oh no, and it goes out of bounds. There's a penalty for the Centralia defense, starting the Columbia River offense on the 35-yard line. This is the 3rd time it's happened for Centralia's kickoff team, something they definitely want to work on in the future, keeping the ball down the straights.
First and 10 from their own 35-yard line.
And there are 2 players to definitely look for in this next offensive possession, just like it has been the whole game. Number 10, Jacob Ayers, and number 8, Mason Purdy, the QB. Isaac Bibb has not checked in off recently, though, for a running back, which could be a possible worry. We see, however, Victor Flores out there alongside Jacob Ayers, Mason Purdy in the back. It appears they might be missing a player. Maybe, no. Nope. They're ready. They're lined up. And number 2 moves out. That is Adam Morena out to the tight end position. Number 8, Mason Purdy ready to hike the ball. 2 receivers on the right. Here he goes. Watch for the throw to Adam Morena here, as the defense on Ayers is going to be very tough. The fake throw. Oh, and Mason Purdy scrambles. Oh, he goes right, he goes left, he goes right, he goes left again. Pass to Jacob Ayers. Oh, and that's a penalty, most likely holding on offense. Beautiful catch by Jacob Ayers, and as well as getting many a yard after that catch, especially with 2 guys on him, which is quite impressive. However, we shall see what this penalty is about. Oh, yes, that is on the offense.
An elbow receiver downfield. Receiver cannot go out and come back in. So penalty against the Chieftains.
That is a 5-yard penalty for the Columbia River Chieftains. as they shall be forced back. To the 28-yard line.
5 yards to play brings that
1st and 15.
15.
With the Columbia River offense. However, they've been more than able to make this back. On the right side, they've got Keith Blau with 7. Dylan Kyer in the back. Mason Purdy hikes it. He fakes the handoff, throws it over to Blau. Blau catches it. A solid catch on the 39-yard line. A solid catch for good yardage. That puts them 1 yard ahead of their starting point, and that makes it 2nd and 9 on the 39-yard line. Columbia River's offense is desperately looking for a first down here, hoping to convert and give them the lead as they have been trying to keep this whole game. However, it's been very back and forth. Every team able to match the other's score. And yep, there they go. Looks to the pass. Over to Blau. Nope. Over to number 2, Adam Arena. Oh, and he makes it to the 46-yard line. Solid play by Adam Arena to get a few extra yards after catching the ball. Mason Purdy with 2 successful catches and throws in this first possession. On the defensive side, number 72, Brock Seymour, has now subbed out for number 14, Alejandro Valencia.
32 coming up for the Chieftains.
And again, 1 receiver on the left, 2 on the right. Number 7, Kyer in the back. It's Purdy. Number 8 hikes the ball, fakes the handoff, and no, he gives it. Kyer gets his first few yards of the game. Ooh, and that's not the run they wanted. The defense suspects a fumble and runs it back, but no, the refs called the ball dead. Oh, and that's not good. Number 7. Number 7, Dylan Kyer with a leg injury hops his way over, not walking on that leg. Unsure of what happened here. This is not a good sign for River, as this would be the 3rd injury of this game, although the 2nd was not major. He lies on the ground and puts that leg up. Columbia River 4-2, 4th down, 2 to go on the 4th and 1. I take it back. On the 46-yard line. Will they be able to get it? Mason Purdy hikes the ball, fakes the handoff, and he's running. And it looks like he was looking to scramble, but Jacob Ayers misses the one-handed catch. Mason Purdy overthrows it, and that means it is now Centralia's ball. This is great for Centralia as they have the lead, and now they're looking to secure a strong position at the end of the 3rd. Now entering the 4th. Columbia River defense enters the field with number 87, Brock Osterweil, number 5, Atticus Kurtz, number 19, Samuela Kamatule, and number 50, AJ Alyak out there for the defensive line. Will they be able to hold the Centralia's strong run game? Who knows? However, if they were to win this game yet, it will have to be through this way. Right now, Centralia's run game has been revolving around Chase Sobolewski-Reynolds and number 2, Blaine Wass, both of whom have gotten major yardage for their team. Number 25 has gotten more touches, but also less yardage, running it up the middle into the defensive line, however, sometimes breaking through. Right now, Columbia River's defensive line needs to make some moves. They need to stop the run game. Can they do that? We shall see. This is imperative. It is imperative for them to do so. And yes, as the band in the background is playing, the final countdown of 12 minutes for the 4th quarter with a high-scoring, very offensive game, 34-33 to Centralia, now starts. Centralia's offense now lines up. Oh my God. And all right, here we go. And here we go. It's the run over to Sobolewski Reynolds. He goes around the right shoulder of the left tackle, and he collapses on the 40-yard line, but that is a solid run for Sobolewski Reynolds, one of many he's had tonight. That puts him 3 yards away from a first down. However, after seeing this run game, that is by no means impossible. However, Columbia River's defense, it seems almost impossible for them to create a few stops here. After that first half forcing 2 turnovers, they've been unable to create anything else tonight. They line up here. The middle linebacker creeping over. They give it to Sobolewski Reynolds again, who goes left, dodges a few tackles, but only gets 2 yards on that run, leaving him 3rd and 1 on the 42. Third and 1 for the Tigers, and their run game is one to watch out for. Again, they line up in run formation, and this is getting very repetitive as it's the only thing they've done this game. Number 10 on the right, number 2 on the left, and 25 right down the middle. Where will they go this time? And they give it to 25, Braden Hoyt, who gets a good 4 or 5 yards on that run. Solid run for Braden Hoyt right down the middle. Tackled by A.J. Ayek, however, not before he got that first down, which was so key for the Centralia offense. They line up again in their run formation. However, number 8 is out for receiver, and it does not matter. The ball is given to number 21, Santos Laferty, as he doesn't make it past the line of scrimmage.
Other side.
Let's go, River.
And now the Centralia offense lines up again. One receiver out to the left, but it shouldn't matter this time. Yep, and they run it. Number 21, Laferty again. Laferty gets, to the 26-yard line. Putting them maybe 3 yards away from the first down. That is 3rd and 3. Yes, 3rd and 3 on the 26-yard line. The River defense needs a stop here. They need to hold this running offense if they have a chance of winning. 9:54 on the clock and slowly whittling down. And this offense draws the game out, and draw the game out it has. This offense has had nearly double the amount of time the Columbia River offense has. Here they go in run formation. It looks like they're going to give it to Braden Hoyt. And over left to Reynolds, who gets past a few but does not get the first down. Drops short, maybe 2 yards away. Beautiful stop by the Columbia River defense. And Centralia offense will talk it over as they need to get through for the first down here should they try and secure a greater lead. Score is 34-33 in favor of Centralia. However, 1 point does not mean game in football, as there are definitely more than enough chances for Columbia River's explosive offense to get a few extra points. 9 minutes on the clock. Centralia lines up in run formation. One receiver out to the right. However, 2 running backs on the back. Sobolewski Reynolds and Hoyt. And they give it over to Reynolds. Oh no, back to number 2, Blaine Wass. And he gets, yes, that is a touchdown for number 2, Blaine Wass. Avoids a tackle by the skin of his teeth and manages to run through on that very corner of the end zone to secure some extra points for Centralia, making it 40-33. Great run by Blaine Wass there. He went right around a few defenders, just out of reach. It also appeared that number 87, Brock Osterweil, accidentally tripped up number 5, Atticus Kurtz, on his run. Also not helping. Again, they're going for the kick there just to secure that extra point. And it's good by number 10, Soboleski Reynolds. The score is 41-33. Columbia River here needs a touchdown as well as a 2-point conversion to tie up the game. However, with how impending the doom of Centralia's run offense seems to be, they would also have to get a stop right after. River's receiving team is now going to enter the field as they have been struggling these past few minutes. They definitely need something here, but will they be able to get it? Centralia's defense has been starting to show up at the end of the third quarter and into the second half, managing to stop a lot of the throws that Mason Pretty has been aiming. They've also been shutting down his main scramble game, which has cost the Centralia defense many a yard, and it seems something they intend to right. It appears, however, the main reason, possibly for Columbia River's offensive woes these past few minutes, has been the absence of running back number 24, Isaac Bibb, who no longer appears to be on the field for Columbia River. This is a major hit as he has an extremely talented power back. Oh, and a short kick. That Columbia River manages, number 3, Keith Blau manages to retain, although not after a very, very hard hit. However, this does give Columbia River first down and 10 on the 49, possibly even 50-yard line. That is definitely an ideal position to start an offense, and it is on the 50-yard line. Yes, it is an ideal position to start an offense, but will Columbia River's offense be able to convert? This is an issue they have been trying to solve these past few possessions, and we'll see if they'll be able to fix it. 2 receivers on the left, 1 on the right, that being Jacob Ayers. So far, Mason Party's favorite target of the night, unless he runs it himself. He here gets the ball. He doesn't even go for the fake handoff. He's looking to the left. Nope, he scrambles. He goes to the right. He goes up the middle. Dodges one tackle. Dodges. Ooh, no. He gets taken down by number 12, Derek Bairstow, but not after a 7-yard carry for the very talented scramble QB. He's now on the 43-yard line. Second and make that 3 yards. And that is what the Chieftains needed at this point. A solid gain of yards to try and get them that first down. They need to march their way up to some points here. Here he goes again to snap the ball. 3 on the left, 1 on the right. He hands it off to number 40, Eddie Hochhalter, who gets taken down at the line of scrimmage, not really going anywhere with that run. That is a big issue for the Chieftains, as it's now 3rd and 3, and they must try and convert here if they are to keep the game in contention. Number 1, Sean Rain, and number 15, Max, are on the left side, with number 10, Jacob Ayers, on the right. Mason Pretty is lining up like he hikes the ball, and he's looking at Ayers. Nope, he goes to the left. He tosses it to number... Oh, and that is a beautiful play by Adam Huerena. He blocks, he catches the ball, and he absolutely stiff arms number 12, Derek Bairstow, who tries to tackle him, getting the first down for the Columbia River Chieftains. Oh no, a penalty flag could be an issue for the Chieftains if it is against them. Oh, and that is great for the Chieftains. That is a personal foul face mask on the defense, which is great, meaning the Chieftains will move forward 10 yards. This is definitely good for the offense as they advance the ball. Here goes Pretty again. He's got number 40 in the back with him, Eddie Hochhalter. 1 on the left, 2 on the right. And he hikes the ball. He's looking to his left. He's looking to throw. And he throws deep to number 1, Sean Rain, who, appears to be a pass interference, but the refs do not call it. He is tripped up by number 2, Blaine Wass. Pass is incomplete. It is now 2nd and 10 for the Columbia River offense. Mason Purdy walks up there again, and he's talking to that offensive line. We still got number 40 in the back with him. Number 1, Sean Rain is on the left. Jacob Ayers and Max are on the right. They hike the ball. Appears to be a soft throw over to number 2, Adam Werena. And he trucks his way forward. And that's a flag. Possibly a face mask, but also possibly a block in the back or holding for the offense. This could be key to Columbia River getting a first down here. We shall see how this goes. And that is a holding on offense. That is not what they need to see here. That's going to be 2nd and 15. And as the refs back the ball up, Columbia River was looking for a way to score here on the 2nd and 15. They're set now on the 41-yard line, having to make it to the 22. Will they make it? We sure do hope, as Mason Purdy lines up there. With Mr. Hochhalter in the back with him. Hochhalter, yes. And 2 on the right, 2 on the left. Here he goes. He hikes the ball. 4 on the offensive line. 4 pass rushers. Throws it deep after getting hit to number 1, Sean Rain. Who barely misses it.
Pass intended for Rain, incomplete.
His pass is incomplete after he's hit hard much after the throw. Definitely deserving of a penalty. However, it is not to be. And number 3, Keith Blau, lines up again on the outside along with number 15, Max Stewart-Event. It appears the ref is not going to allow number 8, Mason Purdy, to play. Instead, have him check for concussion protocol. That means number 12, Cole Garrett, is going to be going out there. Cole Garrett is a sophomore this year, and we're going to see how he do as this is his first snap of the season. He's not as much. And it appears to be a leg injury for Mason Purdy out there after the much delayed tackle. Here he goes. It looks to be a pass play. He seems a little bit nervous, and rightfully so. He fakes the pass and goes deep to number 2. Nope, Adam Werena not able to get the ball. That makes it 4th and 20 for the Columbia River Chieftains. A tough situation, and they have to go for it as they are down with only 6 minutes left. And Mason Purdy quickly checks back into the game for this last down. That is a score they need. And it seems to be a mass change of players as 53, 68, 62, and 54 come out, all offensive linemen. Here's and no, it appears to be a punt that they are going for here. A beautiful punt by number 19, Samuela Kamatule. Ball is on the 25-yard line for the Centralia offense. This is very bad news for the Columbia River Chieftains and their fans, as 6 minutes in a running offense can go very quickly. Columbia River's defense needs to get a stop quickly, or else the Chieftains may be in deep waters. That tough run offense again lines up with 10 and 25 in the back and 2 on the left. All three are likely targets for this play, although be careful of the run to number 10, Sobolewski Reynolds. And yes, it appears to be Sobolewski Reynolds to the left, and he dodges one, jumps over another, and gets onto the 2, but there's a flag on the field, meaning they're back to the 31 line, and appears to be a holding or blocking the back by the offense. Great run by Sobolewski Reynolds, but yes, it's a holding on the offense, meaning that great run is null and void, making it 1st and 15 for the Tigers. This is greatly heartening for the Chieftains defense. However, it may not matter at all, as this run offense has been proven to make as many yards as needed to grab the first down and grab the points. Defense again lines up with defensive line star of this game, Brock Osterweil, along with equally star number 50, AJ Ayak. Atticus Kurtz is on the left, and Cody Hardy is on the right. And the ref stops the game because of an untied shoe. Now AJ Ayak asks if that's good enough. Apparently it is. All right, here's the offense again. Ready to start. Yeah, Ayak's getting ready. He's ready to burst. He's like a bull in the corner. And he pushes through the run up the middle. Ooh, and a beautiful run for number 25, Braden Hoyt, up to the 28-yard line. That puts him back within 10 yards of a first down, making it 2nd and 10.
2nd and 11. And 9 in the carry.
And again, the run offense lines up, 10 and 25 in the back, along with 2 on the left side. Look for a run to 10. Yep, 10 off to the left. There he goes. Number 23 sees him, but gets blocked by number 2. 10 keeps running and goes out, but not after getting the first down. He goes out on the 32-yard line.
Victor Flores on the stop.
Victor Flores does get the stop, but not early enough to stop the first down. The Tigers get the first from Sobolewski Reynolds, and the Poles move forward.
3rd and 10 Tigers at their own 42-yard line.
41-33 to Centralia, and Chieftains defense is not where it needs to be. Even after the 5-yard penalty, they are unable to stop this Centralia run game. Erickson himself contributing, although very little passes, merely just 1 QB draw. And here they go again. A run to 25, Hoyt up the middle, dodges one and gets taken down. He's taken down by number 15, Max Stewardevant. A solid tackle, going for the legs and forcing him to fall over. A safer bet instead of having him dodge the tackle. And that is 25, Braden Hoyt, subbing out of the game, along with number 12 receiver, Derek Bairstow. That puts number 6, Christian Bean, out on the right as the receiving option. I say with all sarcasm, as we know it's going to the run game. I expect a run to number 2, Blaine Wass here, as he has not received it quite recently, although 10 could be an equal option. Oh, yep. Oh, no, it goes to number 21, Lafferty, who goes up the left middle for a solid gain of about 8, possibly even 9 yards, although not the first down, which is good for River, but only if they manage to stop the first down.
Ford is also in on the tackle for the Chieftains. Gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and long 1. Big 3rd down here, Chieftains.
This is a big time for the Columbia River Chieftains, as if they do not get this, it could possibly mean the end of the game. Again, the run game expected to go up the middle with Lafferty, number 21. They're trying to load the defensive line, and yes, it does go up the middle with Lafferty, and he gets stopped, but is it a first down? It appears to be at the line of scrimmage, but ooh, it is close. He got a few inches on that one, but is it a first down? It doesn't appear to be so. No, The officials declare that it is not a first down. 3rd and 1. 3rd and inches even. And they intend to bring the uprights out to check if it truly is. And from where it stands, it appears to not be. However, the refs intend to create a very fair game, and they bring the uprights out. And it's close. Another close one by Centralia, although it looks to be just behind the first down by mere inches, no more than 6 or 7. However, although it is 4th and 1, the Centralia run game find a few inches, no major difficulty. River is now stacking the rush defense, hoping against all odds to try and impede this unstoppable force that is Centralia's run game. And here they come. Number 25 in the back. That's Braden Hoyt. He's the man to look for here. They're going right up the middle.
Timeout call by the Tigers.
And there's a timeout by the Centralia Tigers as the offense runs off to talk strategy and possibly something other than running, although I doubt it. Do it. And the Centralia offense has now come back out onto the field, although they're standing there. They get some water into their mouths. The defense is talking it over. They're really looking to stop the run here, as we all know that's what Centralia is going to do. Whether it's a QB draw or a handoff straight to number 25, Braden Hoyt, the middleman this game. And yes, there he is, Braden Hoyt, number 25, right behind number 1, Cameron Erickson. Here they go. With 4 on the defensive line and 2 right behind it. The Columbia River defense is hoping, no matter what, to try and stop. They pass it out to number 10, and that is definitely a first down onto the hopes of Columbia River. Blaine Wallace with a 4-yard gain. And yes, it's a first down.
It'll be a first down for the Tigers. The 1st and 10 Tigers at the Chieftain 47-yard line at 2:47 to play.
After that decent run, although more than necessary run from Blaine Wass, it is now 1st and 10 on the 47. Should Centralia score here, the game is all but over, as the time is nowhere near enough for the Columbia River offense to try and score twice. And up they line, 10 on the right and 25 on the left. Although 3 receivers out there, nope, they still hand it to Braden Hoyt down the middle, who goes past all. Oh, and it looks like he's going for the touchdown, but number 5 managed to catch up to him before he gets it. Atticus Kurtz with a chase down tackle on the 5-yard line. Ooh, make that 10-yard line. A great run by Braden Hoyt, but an even better chase down. While the touchdown was not scored, the Chiefs are in no better a position. Should a field goal be scored here, the Chieftains will be hard-pressed to try and bring the game back. Not a good position for the Chieftains. However, it is the position they are in. It is a position they will be forced to work. Timeout by the Chieftains to try and talk strategy, to try and stop any possible chance of scoring.
Again, I'd like to thank our different sponsors this evening.
Did you get that?
Vanport Trucking, Vancouver Chiropractor,
And the Columbia River defense, after that timeout, runs back out with Atticus Kurtz lingering. And here he walks. The water boy for Centralia runs off, and in comes Centralia's offense. However, number 14 tight end Alejandro Valencia runs all the way up the left, most likely to draw defenders off of the run game. Number 10 and number 25 in the backfield running game for Centralia. And it looks to be, a handoff to Braden. Oh no, it's a QB draw, and he's taken down at the 5-yard line. A 5-yard run by QB Cameron Erickson. Not a bad run. Definitely a solid fake play, although it was all to the same side. Another tackle for Atticus Kurtz, who's been put in solid amount of work this evening. Number 5, outside left linebacker. And here comes the Centralia offense. Ooh, and a timeout called by the Chieftains. The Chieftains here trying to talk it over, maybe unnerve the Centralia offense. What they need here is to stop the run game. Number 14, Valencia walks back out. This man is a beast of a tight end. Number 14 at 6'3" and 220 pounds. The man is a train out there, and is seen by his touchdown he scored. He has no issue ripping the ball out of smaller cornerbacks' hands. The defense is out there, and they are giving everything they have left in them to try and stop this. They are throwing everything at the Centralia run offense, but the Centralia run offense just runs back even harder. 10 on the right, 2 on the left, 25 down the middle. Here comes Erickson to hike the ball. Look for the run over to number 25, it looks like, to the left. Oh, and he gets through 2, 3. Oh, and taken down by the 4th on the 3-yard line. That is 3rd and 3 for the Centralia offense.
Can we invest in one of those scissors things and then just get a really cool hand?
The Chieftains call their final timeout. And one last dash attempt to try and stop this nigh unstoppable Centralia run offense. The Columbia River offense walks back out onto the field. This is their last hope to try and stop Centralia. They are definitely close enough for a field goal, so a field goal block will most definitely be needed if they do not score the touchdown. However, this touchdown seems imminent in the future of the Columbia River Chieftains. And now the Centralia Tigers have called a timeout, most likely to try and quiet down the Chieftain fans.
I love that Mr. Duncan is up there encouraging all the players. Are you tired yet?
And again, the band has started playing YMCA, hoping that the Chieftains defense finds it somewhere deep inside them to bring out whatever they can to stop the Centralia offense. However, if any of the pass of this game is an incentive of what may happen in the future, a run by number 2, Blaine Wass, will happen to the right side of the field to score the touchdown. Number 10 on the right, number 25 on the and 1 in the back. Erickson starting far back in a shotgun position, which is unusual for this quarterback this game. And yes, it appears to be a run to Wass to the right, and the Chieftains offense was expecting this, but no, they could not stop it. Blaine Wass scores a touchdown. And that is the end of the game. Well, the Chieftains obviously have another possession. They are unable, with the time left, to catch up to the Tigers. The score is 47-33. The Tigers going for the extra point kick to make it, should it go in, 48-33. While the Chieftains have definitely played it valiantly, only one defense was able to shape itself to stop the others, and that was the Tigers. While their offense was by no means fluid or flexible or even different, they were unable to stop the constant run. Number 10, Soboleski Reynolds gets the field goal, creating a 15-point gap. Impossible for the Chieftains to overcome, but try they shall with 1 minute and 7 seconds left. However, it is impossible, as the opposing QB Cameron Erickson, should he come out again if we score, will just take a knee and run the rest of the timeout. Quite surprisingly, Centralia's offense, despite appearances of being a weaker team, the run game has been nigh unstoppable, especially with Centralia's impressive offensive line, mostly sized up by number 72, Brock Seymour, 5'10", 210 pounds, and 78, Daniel Martinez, 5'10", 240 pounds, along with Angel Flores, 76, 6'1", 295 pounds. And here comes the receiving special team for the Columbia River Chieftains. The Tigers to kick it off, although this is merely a formality at this point, as the game is all but over. Number 1, Sean Rain receives it and is trying to go for the return touchdown. Breaks 2 tackles, but can't get past the 45, stopped at the 42. A great return, but what they needed there was a touchdown, and touchdown it was not. The Chieftains go to line up, but they know it is futile. However, the Chieftains are known for their fighting spirit, and it is likely they will aim to score.
If we get 2 touchdowns and the extra point,
We can't. The other opposing team will just take a knee and waste out the clock.
No, I know, I'm joking.
Oh, okay.
If we get 3 more touchdowns in 56
Yeah.
seconds,
Yes.
we got it.
And that is the... Ooh, that appears to be a penalty.
Whistle and a flag in the field.
On the defense, possibly, it looks like. With the flag thrower ref pointing at the defense, it may be a 5-yard penalty. And while it is a nice gesture, and yes, it is a recall of flag, it does not matter. And a timeout is called by the Columbia River Chieftains. Nope, that was by Centralia. Quite a futile timeout in my opinion, without very little reason. However, called it was, and so the timeout clock shall start to count down, with the Columbia River offense walking back out, only hoping to maintain a strong face as they end off the game in honor. As unfortunately there is no 15-point play. And for most likely the last time in this game, the Columbia River offense lines up Mason Purdy in the back with Jacob Iyer and Max Sturdivant. And Mason Purdy throws over, oh, that is a weak throw, to number 5, Atticus Kurtz, who drops at his feet and is unable to reach it.
Second and 10 coming up from the river.
It is now 2nd and 10 for Columbia River Chieftains on the 42-yard line. They line up. Mason Priddy, number 8, the one to watch here to look for a possible scramble all the way downfield. And he hikes the ball. And number 15, Max Stewardevant gets the ball and is taken down at the 51-yard line. Although, with the clock running down, there's little to matter. And the clock runs down. And now the clock is finally stopped after the refs intentionally runs it down, to the incredulity of the hopeless Columbia River fans.
Going back on.
And now the Chieftains again line up on one last futile charge for those precious 7 points they needed oh so much earlier. Mason Priddy looks short to number 10, Jacob Iyer, who runs, dodges a tackle, and comes down at the 19. And the clock has been stopped with 9 seconds left. The Chieftains trying to get one last score in, but the clock, oh, but so ends the game in Centralia's favor.
I think it would be good to get shots down on the field.
For why?